You know, it's definitely not uncommon for LeBron or LeBron's camp to apply pressure to the Lakers front office. At this point, it's kind of become a yearly thing for them. The Lakers make their moves and LeBron stays kind of quiet, with some pretty obvious hints throughout the summer and point to what he wants them to do. But this time it's been a bit different. LeBron's been quiet and in a very different way compared to usual, and according to reports, he's really not happy with their team and they're not in a good place. According to Jovan Buha, the Lakers and LeBron's relationship is quote-unquote not in the best place right now, citing their future direction, which appears to be without him, whether he likes it or not, going in more of the Luka Doncic direction and building around him rather than LeBron. Not saying that LeBron's mad about that per se, but simply them not prioritizing him. We've heard about that and he wants to be a bigger priority for their plans. Directly when LeBron did opt into his player option, that was one of the quotes that Rich Paul came out that he does want to be a priority for the team and be a part of the team yet, but it kind of hinted at the way that he doesn't feel that way and doesn't like it either. Going back to the Jovan Buha report here, I think he made a good point about the Lakers not really acknowledging the fact that LeBron opted in. You know, usually when a player of LeBron's magnitude and of his status opts into his contract, therefore hinting, or you would think hinting, that he'll be back with their team, not to mention for a record 23rd NBA season, there is typically some kind of team acknowledgement or official statement that comes with it, but up until this point, we have heard completely nothing, neither from the Lakers side nor LeBron's side either, which is pretty weird, and rather, we have gotten simply subtle hints and subliminal messages from both of them. And then for the kind of cherry on top here that fans are calling out, the fact that DeAndre Ayton said after his introductory press conference that he heard about and got a welcome text from Luka Doncic, but not one from LeBron James.
Nice. Hey, DeAndre, have you spoken to LeBron? Have you spoken to Luka?
Not really yet, but I've definitely got a text from Luka. I know how the off season goes. This is not my first rodeo. People are probably busy and training and having times with their families, but I'm just waiting. I'm just really just trying to integrate myself with the team and get to know everybody.
Now, I wouldn't go too far with that one. I wouldn't read too much into it, but it's kind of the cherry on top to a bunch of hints and a bunch of subliminal messages, both directly from and indirectly from LeBron, that he's not in a good place with the team right now. And well, both fans and reporters alike have definitely taken that and run with it. I mean, from the reporting standpoint, if you want to call it that, reporters have said that LeBron wants to be out of LA and they want him gone. This coming from a Phoenix Suns reporter. The many reports from ESPN, many of them coming from Brian Windhorst, saying that he wouldn't rule out LeBron being traded, and that there's not a lot of clarity on what LeBron wants, or then from the fact, and this one actually does happen to be true, that other teams have called about the Lakers and simply have questioned if LeBron's available for a trade. There's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes that has not been fully addressed yet, which, according to reports again, LeBron might not be happy about. So with that in mind here, what's kind of the future direction between them? How does it work out? Can it work out? Will LeBron actually want to be traded? And how much longer will they have a working relationship? Which, in my opinion, that's what it's come to at this point. A working relationship. I mean, say what you want about the relationship between them, but they're going on 8 years together now at this point, which would actually be the longest stop of LeBron's entire career, more than his first stop in Cleveland, more than double the amount of time he spent in Miami, really hard to fathom that one, more than his second stop in Cleveland, and more than any one stop in any one duration than he has spent with any team other than the Lakers here, which in my opinion is absolutely crazy to take in and really kind of comprehend. It felt like simply a few years ago they joined their team, but we're now going on year number 8 of them together. I've often seen it being compared to an old married couple, and it definitely does feel that way at this point. However, it might be an old married couple that is finally coming to an end. Whether it's this summer or next summer, I don't think it'll go beyond that. Now I'm not sure if it'll come via trade, via free agency, via retirement. Can't rule that one out here. The guy is 40 after all, about to be 41 later this year, so I do think it will be coming to an end. Whether LeBron likes it, whether Rich Paul likes it, and they definitely don't like it. Again, going back to the priority thing and being a priority for their team, not simply Luka Doncic, I don't think they agree with it and probably don't want to be a part of it for too much longer. if the Lakers don't change, and I really don't think that they will. I mean, we've been seeing it. They've been putting a priority on younger players here and trading for a draft pick and drafting a new Thero, signing Jake LaRavia, signing DeAndre Ayton, both of which are under the age of 30 and would be a good fit for Luka Doncic's timeline. Not saying they don't fit around or wouldn't be a good fit with LeBron on the court, but definitely pointing more to Luka's timeline and his long-term fit with their team, rather than LeBron's kind of 1, maybe 2-year outlook at most of their team, and simply about a win now or die trying kind of mindset. And don't get me wrong, I don't entirely agree with that, at least not what some reports think and what some fans tend to think and say, that the Lakers are going more of a rebuild and trying to build around Luka Doncic. I wouldn't call it that, and I think there should be a fine line between it. Yes, you can add younger players and build around his long-term future with their team, that being more of a 5 to 10 year outlook, rather than simply, again, the 1 to 2 year outlook with LeBron or with LeBron and Anthony Davis before Luka. But there should be a fine line between it. Sure, add the young players that actually fit around him and should be able to fit around him relatively long-term, but still prioritize being a win-now team. And in my opinion, that should make it a decent balance between Luka Doncic in the future, and obviously right now, but also LeBron right now with him. Whether that's simply for one more year or not, I'm not sure why that would be a problem with him, or the Lakers front office either. In my opinion, that's kind of the perfect happy medium between it, which I think they are kind of trying to do here and are kind of showing it, despite reports and fans not really thinking so. Again, I definitely don't think they have done enough here. I think they need to make another move yet, definitely make another trade or two, but if they do that along with the moves they have already made, prioritizing more of Luka Doncic, I think you can still say that they have done enough to be a win-now team that accommodates LeBron, even kind of prioritizing him a little bit, especially with the DeAndre Ayton move, which you can say kind of fell into their lap, I guess, but however you want to view it, I think there's a fine line that they actually have been tiptoeing pretty well. You know, LeBron might not like it, and the verbiage might not be the way he wants it, you know, again, the priority thing, but I think they have been doing a decent job in kind of finding the happy medium between it. It really all comes down to the relationship between them and how LeBron feels about that going forward. I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but I would be absolutely shocked if he requested a trade. I don't see that coming, and I don't think that will be the direction that he does take, despite what reports, or rather more speculation, might hint at. I don't think that'll be the route he takes, and not the route that Rich Paul is hinting at here either. Yes, they want to be a bigger part of the team, they want to have their voice kind of heard back in the team and make it a bigger priority, but I don't think it'll come down to a trade. Yes, I do believe there's tension between them that does have to be worked out. They're not in the best place right now, I do believe that report by Jovan Buha, but I don't think it will come down to a trade between them. I don't think the Lakers will do that, I don't think LeBron will request that, and I don't think there's a team that's waiting in the midst to try and trade for him that the Lakers will eventually accept. I don't believe that'll happen here. No, not even from LeBron and Rich Paul making subliminal messages that fans have kind of taken off and run with. Everything from LeBron wearing the welcome home hat while being in Akron, fans pointing to that and saying that he wants to go back to Cleveland, even more so when he was seen in the Cavaliers practice facility, fans taking that and running with it, the messages that Rich Paul came out with after LeBron opted into his player option. Even with all that factored in here, no, I don't think that LeBron wants to be traded, and I don't think it'll come to that. Again, definitely need some rework on their relationship at this point, need to have a happy medium here and find a good place between them again, but I don't think it'll lead to them breaking up this summer. Now if we're talking about next summer, that's a different topic entirely, but no, not right now at least. But with all of that being said, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the cryptic messages by LeBron and his camp, the reports that say that they're not happy and not in a good place between each other, and how do you think it will ultimately end between them? Will it be fine this season? Will he play for multiple more seasons with the Lakers, or how will everything end between them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one, and if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.